Right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Feige. Pretty blunt response when it comes to asking whether his Star Wars movie is going to happen. We've heard Kathleen Kennedy lie about this before, where she claimed that the movie was never going to happen. It was never abandoned. There was never any discussion. So, yeah, whatever, basically. Some weird saving face situation. It was very bizarre. In fact, what she actually said was here. Nothing ever got developed. We never discussed an idea. It's not an abandoned project. It just never really happened. Now, on red carpet evening, Kevin Feige was asked again about the Star Wars project, and his response is pretty blunt, but it also goes hand in hand with another rumor that we've heard, is that Kevin Feige is looking to leave Marvel for Star Wars following Avengers: Secret Wars. I don't know whether I believe this rumor, but we'll take a look at that in a second. By the way, it's not that it doesn't come from a credible source or anything like that. I just don't believe it, quite frankly. So let's take a look and see what was actually said. This is, yeah, pretty blunt. I think it's quite telling, actually. I think it shows animosity in studio.
Question for you. What's up with the Star Wars movie? Is it happening? I know that's like, is it happening?
Any Star Wars movie?
Yours.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Pretty blunt. This is like a long, sort of 4-minute interview. And loads of other things are asked as well, but that last bit.
So returning, we'll have to see.
Okay, my final question for you. What's up with the Star Wars movie? Is it happening? I know that's like, is it happening?
Any Star Wars movie?
Yours.
No.
And he's not really acted like this very much in any part of the interview. He's laughing and joking with quite engaged. This is no.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's it. It's so awkward. It's a very awkward, very, very awkward. And it might be that everyone's been asked not to ask about it. It's important to note that. But still bloody awkward. Isn't it? Bloody awkward. Whoa. Very odd. So anyway, then we get to this rumour. By the way, also hit subscribe if you are new here, guys. Don't know if I said that or not. With this new rumour, and I don't believe this, by the way. I just don't. Yeah, at all. So, new rumour claims that Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige wants to take over Star Wars franchise following Avengers: Secret Wars. Doubtful. I just think it's doubtful. Now, why do I think it's doubtful? Why would you leave Marvel at this stage? You know, it's not dead. It's dying. It's not at the point where you can't save it. And you'd be moving to a brand that is actually dead. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know, both brands are not great, but one is significantly better off than the other still, which is weird to say. But yeah, so it comes from My Time to Shine. It says Kevin Feige is thinking about leaving Marvel after Secret Wars and to take over the Star Wars franchise. I don't know if he can just think to do it. So I don't know about that. But there's been lots of speculation about Kevin Feige moving on over to Star Wars. And that gained steam when Walt Disney Studios... And this is the thing. Co-chairman Alan Horn confirmed that Feige had plans to produce a Star Wars film. And this is why I wanted to look at this article, just to show you how such high-up people were involved. And how his reaction here is so odd. No. Okay then. That is odd. It's a very blunt, weird reaction. Alan Horn, co-chairman, confirmed Feige had plans to produce a Star Wars film, which is even weirder when you had this dunce, Kathleen Kennedy, making these comments. Nothing got developed, we never discussed an idea, it's not an abandoned project, it just never really happened. I think someone above you would have had words to say about that, love, but alright. So Horn told the Hollywood Reporter back in 2019, we're excited about the projects Kathy and the Lucasfilm team are working on, not only in terms of Star Wars, but also Indiana Jones, and reaching into other parts of the company, including Children of Blood and Bone, with Emma Watson Fox. With the close of Skywalker Saga, Kathy's pursuing a new era in Star Wars storytelling, and knowing what a die-hard fan Kevin is, it made sense for these two extraordinary producers to work on a Star Wars film together. Pretty big, to be honest, isn't it? That's pretty big, to be fair. But then, you know, the whole kind of backwards and forwards sound pretty bad. I think it signified pretty bad. So Orion Johnson, Boston Herald, and CRN shared his opinion that Feige would produce a Star Wars film was indication that Disney was looking to move on from Kathleen Kennedy due to her disastrous handling of the franchise. If you are the president of a division of a company and the CEO takes the president of a more successful division and gives them your resources, personnel and your IP, and has them answer to someone higher than you in the organisation, and I had to tell you this, but you have been demoted. This is what happened to Kennedy last night. Her 3-year contract has 2 years left, will expire in 2021. Obviously that got re-upped, but yeah, fine. Went on to speculate, more than likely her duties will be to run the next indie project with her longtime collaborator Steven Spielberg, as Feige, Favreau and Filoni take over Star Wars TV and film projects. This wasn't done as a favour to Kevin. He has plenty to do without the stress and headaches involved in Star Wars. This is a move made to resuscitate a dying brand that has lost viewers and is dragging down sales in other divisions like parks and recreation and licensed merchandise. Now you could actually argue, in fairness, that both brands are bad now, so you kind of need all hands on deck to try to resuscitate all of them instead. But yeah, I think it's just funny, to be honest. Very comical. Very, very comical. This is the thing. Well, Kevin Feige's project was something announced in the press, or I suppose fandom. No, it was announced on your actual, legit, official page. It never got developed. We never discussed an idea. As everyone knows, Kevin Feige is a huge Star Wars fan, and he did come up with something. I'd be all ears. But that's never really happened. It's not an abandoned project. It just didn't happen. Fucking, you're so full of shit. So full of shit. So, yeah, odd. And that's the thing, on top of Horn's announcement, the official Star Wars show on Star Wars YouTube channel confirmed it. Kevin Feige, diehard Star Wars fan, owner of multiple Hasbro Jabbas, and president of Marvel Studios, will now be able to add Star Wars producer to his list of achievements. That's right, with the close of Skywalker Saga, Kevin Feige is set to co-produce an upcoming Star Wars movie with Kathleen Kennedy in a new era of Star Wars storytelling. Yeah, okay. So odd. Super odd. There's been such strange backwards and forwards of all of this stuff. Doesn't make any sense. Really, no. This is what I mean. It goes to show, I think, internal politics at Disney are getting, like, out of hand. Like, genuinely out of hand. So, yeah. I think... I don't know what... This response is odd to me. No. Straight up, no. I don't know whether that tells me he's disgruntled, that he can't do it, or he's disgruntled by... It's difficult to say, really. But I think maybe, because both brands are failing, he's been told, no, you've got to stay on Marvel now. You've got to right that ship. And I think that's probably why. If I had to put money on it, I think that's probably why. And he's annoyed that he can't. And that's the situation, I reckon. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Cheers, take care, bye-bye now.